Get started. Cool. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is ASID New Jersey Design Watch. This is our weekly webinar, and actually we have bringing some Tuesdays now because we have so much content that we want to bring. So that's exciting. If you don't know me, I'm Sandy Cabela's, president of ASID New Jersey chapter. As I said, we have MaryRita Louis with us today, which is awesome. She's going to be doing a presentation for us. We encourage everybody to use the Q&A feature.
All right, so we're talking about outdoor textiles today, and why should you choose outdoor fabrics for your projects? Something I think most people will realize after sheltering in place is that their homes really should be a sanctuary and that they need to function in many more ways than previously. For our industry, I think people will realize they need professional designers to guide them in the quest for their functioning sanctuary. The fabrics we'll be learning about today are ideal for active environments, both interior and exterior, because they're low maintenance. So applications, like typical residential design textiles, outdoor fabrics come in a variety of weights, durability, and applications. We've got shears, and actually most of Scalamandre's shears are machine washable. These are great for cabanas, porches, and interior applications. Light duty for pillows, drapery, and bedding. Some of them are pretty enough to use in low traffic areas. Upholstery, of course. And trims. You may not really think about trims, but if we're treating the backyard as an extension of the living space, why not give it the same attention to detail? So these are some of the trims from our Isola collection. And as you can see, we've got tassels, cords, fringe, braid, gimps, and tapes. Styles. Comes in a variety of styles and aesthetics. We've got contemporary, transitional, traditional. This one's a personal favorite of mine, Lily Pond. You see it here in charcoal and turquoise. And one of my designers actually used it on his dining room chairs in navy. It's gorgeous. Statement patterns like the Scalamandre zebra is available on outdoor fabrics. This iconic pattern was actually designed by Flora Scalamandre in 1945 for Gino's Wallpaper at the restaurant in Manhattan. And it was actually there until the restaurant closed in 2010. And then on the right, you can see our Playa del Duque panel. This is from the latest Old World Weavers Element 6 collection. The panel itself is 141 inches tall. The pattern, the pot and the palm, are 74 inches tall. It's 100% polyester FR, which makes it great for commercial applications. It's also antimicrobial, chlorine, and stain resistant. Performance qualities. So many of the Scalamandre and Old World Weaver outdoor fabrics are antimicrobial, and in this day and age, I think it's a very desirable property. Polyolefin, some of the characteristics here are it's lightweight and strong, it's stain, static, sunlight, and odor resistant. The color fastness is due to the color being incorporated during the fiber formation before it's twisted into yarns. On a molecular level, it has a very low water absorption, so it has a fast drying and high wickability, which is great by the pool. It resists deterioration from perspiration, weather, mildew, and chemicals. It's non-allergenic. One of the downsides to polyolefin is pilling can occur, but I think the other properties outweigh that. Solution dyed acrylic. This is made by adding the pigment to raw or recycled polyester chips. The liquid is then extruded into filaments through a spinneret, which is like a shower head, then twisted into yarns and woven into fabrics. So since there's no water used in the process, the chemical waste is reduced and the fabric is resistant to water. Also, due to this procedure, solution dyed acrylic fabrics have a high light fastness because the color is throughout the fibers, unlike fabrics that are woven and then dyed. Solution dyed acrylics are inherently resistant to mildew, salt, and chlorine, and many have the antimicrobial properties. Outdoor olefin is actually a brand name for a textile from polypropylene fiber. It's environmentally friendly. It's made from the former waste material of oil production, so there's a low carbon footprint. It's highly recyclable. It can be re-extruded up to 10 times to create new products. It's very comfortable. It has a soft hand to it. It's water resistant. It's color fast. It's durable. Stands up particularly well to abrasion. It's resistant to mildew, chemicals, and insects. It's easy to clean, and it stays cool to the touch. General care, and you want to check the specific for each fabric. But most spills can be wiped up right away without leaving any residual marks. For tougher spills, you can use a diluted bleach solution. Do not use straight bleach, that will break down any fiber. The strongest solution should be 50-50 with water, but I would start with a weaker solution first. You can use soap and water. Soap is ivory or woolite, not a detergent like Tide, Gain, or Arm & Hammer. Detergents will actually negate the properties of the outdoor fabrics, which is contrary to the reason you're selecting them. Air dry, do not dry clean these. Some can be ironed at low temperatures. You have to check the care instructions. And as I said before, most of the Scala shears are actually machine washable. Special considerations for outdoor applications. And you want to talk to your workroom about this. First, use flow-through cushion inserts, especially if the cushions are going to be left outside consistently. I store mine when they're not in use. Water that sits on the fabric will eventually flow through into the cushions. The flow through will let the water out the bottom, but regular inserts will trap the water and get moldy. You want to talk about specific threads like Tenera, because these resist UV, chemicals, and extreme weather. So think about your fabric holding up to the elements, but the threads degrading. And then sealing the seams, especially if you're using an outdoor vinyl like our pattern Storm from Aldeco, which is a great vinyl, by the way. 13 colors, 50,000 Martindale, well priced. So sealing the seams will actually plug the holes that are made by the sewing machine needles. So if you think about the micro holes in blackout shades where the sunlight shines through, in this application, that's where the water would get through. Some fun facts. Element 6, the latest collection from Old World Weavers, has a rating of 7 out of 8 on the blue wool scale for light fastness. So this translates to 3 to 5 years of outdoor use. But the big asterisk here is it's dependent upon sun exposure and individual care. Southern California is very different from New Jersey in the intensity of the sun and the duration of the season, so that's going to affect wearability. Polyolefin floats. It's recently been incorporated into apparel and things like backpacks. The Japanese Olympic swim team is having their swimsuits made out of them. You think it'll shave some microseconds off of their times? Outside the box applications. So use it in playrooms. It's easy to clean, it's antimicrobial. For bathroom window treatments and shower curtains, because it resists mildew, which is good if the kids, or in my case, the husband, they don't leave the ventilation fan on long enough after a hot shower. Family rooms and high traffic areas, again, it's cleanable, durable, there's a soft hand. For kitchens, it's cleanable, you can just wipe down the spills right away. Rooms with a lot of light, obviously for the light fastness. And for instance, if you want to put a navy blue velvet sofa in a window, you want to use our Bay Velvet from the Isola collection, and then you won't have fade marks. Use it in any interior in a vacation home because the fabrics are low maintenance, durable, cleanable, fade resistant, antimicrobial. Let's be honest, who wants to be a slave to their vacation home, or any home for that matter? Okay, real life application. This is my sunroom. So all of the fabrics in this room are from the Elements 4 collection. Our home's high traffic year round, even though only 2 of us live here now. My 8 young nieces and nephews and our 5 grandchildren run around this room after getting out of the pool. All the cushions, ottomans, and pillows are fair game for building forts, and we've seen some pretty intricate ones. And the room obviously gets a lot of natural light, but it looks as great today as it did 4 years ago when I did it, and for me, it's stress-free. That's it.
Thank you. That was amazing. It's hard to believe that fabrics can have all of those great properties. I mean, you just went down like a laundry list of.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we use it everywhere? I mean, how is the hand on a lot of these fabrics? Are they
They're
soft?
so much better.
Yours?
So much better than when outdoor fabrics first came on the scene. They're actually made to be used everywhere. And, we're tactile. It's a tactile industry. But they all have a great hand to them.
That's great. Okay. Just a question. I'm wondering how are things now as far as supply, stock, things like that, now that we're coming out of this, COVID stay-at-home shutdown? How are the stock positions? How are you finding everything?
For us, we have good stock positions on most fabrics. And thank you to a lot of you. You've been giving me a lot of orders, which is quite lovely. I can't wait to see the applications. But Old World Weavers and Scalamandre are our owned brands. We own those. And so we stock those in our warehouse in Georgia. And the supply chains from the majority of our European vendors are wide open now. So
that's good news.
Haven't had problems. It's good. And I hope everybody's having that same thing.
Great. Everyone, if you have questions, please use the Q&A feature at the bottom. We had one question that was submitted earlier. Can I use indoor-outdoor fabrics in children's spaces?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. What is the difference between an outdoor polyester and a solution?
We're getting somebody's conversation here.
There's a party somewhere.
Party somewhere, yeah. Well, it's most of the difference is in the manufacturing process. The majority of their properties overlap, So, like I said, with the polyolefin, that may have a tendency to pill a little, which you wouldn't get with the solution dyed acrylic. But you may like the color or the pattern better. So it's a minor thing.
Okay. I'm just curious, are you seeing people? Are you doing mostly virtual meetings?
I'm doing mostly virtual right now, but I am definitely open to doing outdoor presentations. If anybody is interested, I will travel to you or meet you somewhere, or you can come to my home. I'm fine with that. I host very well.
I love that. Q&A. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's nice. Mary made a great job, informative and on point. If I was looking for furniture, I would buy from Scalamandre.
Thank you.
He gets his $20 later for the. Right. Anybody else have any other questions? Don't be shy.
Like I said, I hit all the points.
You hit it out of the park. Awesome. Right. Are there any limitations on color? Are there any colors that we won't find in outdoor fabrics?
No, not really. They do, certain companies, they blend. They'll just work off of the primary colors, and the way they blend them, they can come up with any color.
Okay. What about white whites? Are we seeing white whites? I know there was a time when we weren't white whites.
Yeah, definitely white whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. All right.
We even have in our latest collection, the Element 6, we have a matelassé. The hand on it is just delicious. So it's great for bedding. You know, and that comes in a white, a sand, and then a navy, which is beautiful.
That's really nice. That's great. All right. I am wondering if there are any. You covered it, girl.
All right.
Who else has it? Are all the color fabrics color fast?
Yes.
They're
Yes. Because they're synthetic and the color is put into it when it's a liquid before it is extruded through the spinneret. So it goes all the way through the fiber and then all the way through the yarns.
Good to know. Okay. Another question. Remind me how many colors Lily of Smart comes in.
Hang on a second.
Quiz.
29.
29.
29 colors. That is not, Smart is not an outdoor fabric. It's an indoor velvet, but it's washable and it is absolutely delicious and very, very well priced. And stocked in Europe.
Okay. And they come in the standard widths?
Yes.
No limitations on those?
Yep.
100,000 Martindale, Linda wants to point out.
Thank you, Linda.
Linda, you get your $10 later.
I'll send you some rub, Linda.
We also want to know, could MaryRita present the new Pacifica line at the next meeting?
Which meeting?
Whenever we can get.
Of course I can, but tell me when and where, whatever that is.
Absolutely. And actually, we love the video that you did for showing all the different fabrics, and it's on our YouTube channel if people haven't seen it, and that's really cool. You can get to see everything. You basically are flipping through. And that's, what a great way for us to see it. And of course, that's a good way to preview it. And if anyone has any questions, they can contact you and say, I saw one of the fabrics. And
yeah. And I have, we do brochures of each of our collections like this. And I can send this to you in an email format. So you've got all of that right there. And if something piques your interest, I can send you sampling.
Okay.
And if you've got a project and you're like, I want reds and blues, just tell me what the application is and I'll scheme stuff for you and send you out a goodie bag.
Oh, look at that. All right. Okay. Very informative. Well done, MaryRita. You have a lot of fans out there.
Oh, thank you.
Count me in that group.
Mutual admiration club.
Okay, good. What would you like to, anything you'd like to close with?
I just want to thank you. I really appreciate you giving me the time and this platform. And I hope that, you just consider outdoor fabrics for anything because they're good anywhere.
Makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't you, right?
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. This was great.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for everybody for tuning in. And, join us again this coming Thursday at 4 o'clock. We're going to be speaking with Fiber Seal. So thank you, MaryRita. That was great. And we'll see everybody soon.
All right. Take care.
Take care, everybody. See you Thursday.